Hello everyone, welcome to Prelims warm-up. This initiative has been brought to you by Aptitude Academy for Civil Services, and my name is Shahid Datta. I'm the faculty for Geography and Environment at Aptitude Academy for Civil Services. So let's look at the first question for today. The first question for today has been taken from 2018 Prelims, and the question is asking the term sixth mass extinction or sixth extinction. The term sixth mast extinction or the sixth extinction is often mentioned in the news in the context of the discussion of A. Widespread monoculture practices in agriculture and large-scale commercial farming with indiscriminate use of chemicals in many parts of the world that may result in the loss of good native ecosystems. B. Fears of a possible collision of a meteorite with the Earth in the near future in the manner it happened 65 million years ago that caused the mass extinction of many species, including that of the dinosaurs. C. Large-scale cultivation of genetically modified crops in many parts of the world and promoting their cultivation in other parts of the world, which may cause the disappearance of good native crop plants and the loss of food biodiversity. And the fourth, that is D, that is mankind's overexploitation and misuse of natural resource, fragmentation or loss of natural habitats, destruction of ecosystems, pollution, and global climate change. So we have been asked out of these four options, which one refers to the sixth mass extinction. So the right answer is D, that is mankind's overexploitation and misuse of natural resources, also fragmentation and loss of habitats, natural habitats, and also destruction of ecosystems, pollution, and global climate change. This is what refers to the sixth mass extinction. Let us look at the explanation. Scientists have warned that the sixth mass extinction of life on Earth is unfolding more quickly than feared. Wildlife is dying out due to habitat destruction, overhunting, toxic pollution, invasion by alien species, and climate change. The ultimate cause of all these factors is human overpopulation and continued population growth and overconsumption. So this is what is resulting in an accelerated rate of extinction. Mass extinction, we get to see till now there have been 5 such phases of mass extinction, 5 periods of mass extinction. Right now we are going through the 6th period of mass extinction, and this is mainly being caused due to the human intervention in the natural system. So things like human overpopulation, continued population growth, and also things like pollution, etc. That is what is leading to a very increased rate of extinction amongst the different species of the world. Okay, so this is 1B. Moving on to the second question, and this question has also been taken from 2018 prelims. The question is asking, with reference to the Indian Regional Navigation Satellites System or IRNSS, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System or IRNSS, consider the following statements. Number 1, IRNSS has 3 satellites in geostationary and 4 satellites in geosynchronous orbits. Number 1 is IRNSS. It has 3 satellites in geostationary and 4 satellites in geosynchronous orbits. Second statement is saying that IRNSS covers entire India and about 5,500 square kilometers beyond its border. That is incorrect. Also, we get to see that India will have its own satellite navigation system with full global coverage by the middle of 2019. That is what is being said. So let us see which is correct out of these. The right answer is E. That is 1 only, which basically means the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, it has 3 satellites in geostationary and 4 satellites in geosynchronous orbits, but the other 2 statements, they are incorrect, so only A is right. Now let us have a look at the explanation part as well. The statement 1, that is the space segment consists of IRNS constellation of 7 satellites, and this together is what is called as Navik. Okay. IRNS constellation of 7 satellites together is what is called as Navik, and out of these 7 satellites we get to 3 satellites are located in suitable orbital slots in the geostationary orbit, and the remaining 4 are located in geosynchronous orbits with the required inclination and equatorial crossing into different planes. Okay, so the space segment consists of IRNSS constellation of 7 satellites, which is together called as Navik, and 3 satellites are located in suitable orbital slots in the geostationary orbit, and the remaining 4 are located in the geosynchronous orbits with the required inclination and equatorial crossing into different planes. Statement number 2, that is IRNSS. It covers entire India and about 5,500 square kilometers beyond its border. So let us try to understand this. So that is also not correct, because IRNSS, it is an independent regional navigation satellite system being developed by India on an autonomous basis. It is designed to provide accurate position information service to users in India as well as the region extending up to, remember this, 1,500 kilometers from its border. So India as well as 1,500 kilometers from its border. This is the area over which the IRNSS satellites, that is the Navik satellites, they will be able to monitor. It is not beyond that, not 5,500 square kilometers. So that will be the primary service area. Of course, there will be an extended service area which is between primary area and the area enclosed by the rectangle from latitude 30 degrees south to 50 degree north latitude, and longitude 30 degree east to 130 degree east. So primary service area will be India, and around 1,500 kilometers from the border of India, that will be the primary service area. Apart from that, it is also possible that it can take certain information from the area which extends between 30 degree south latitude to 50 degree north latitude, and longitude wise 30 degree east to 130 degree east longitude. Now the last statement that we had, it was saying that India will have its own satellite navigation system with full global coverage by the middle of 2019. So India will not have its own satellite navigation system with full global coverage by the middle of 2019. That is not possible. So we get to see only the first statement is correct, that the Navik satellites or the IRNSS constellation, it consists of 3 satellites located in the geostationary orbit and 4 located in geosynchronous orbit. So with this, we answer the second question as well, and that is A. Moving on to the third question, this was also asked in UPSC Prelims 2018, and we get to see the question is asking, consider the following statements. Number 1, light is affected by gravity. Number 2, universe is constantly expanding. And number 3, matter warps its surrounding space-time. So light is affected by gravity, the universe is constantly expanding, and matter warps its surrounding space-time. Let us try to understand this question. The answer for this is D. That is, all the 3, they are correct. And you have to find out the correct answer. Which of the following is or are the prediction or predictions of Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity? Okay, out of these, which are the predictions of Einstein's general theory of relativity? Number 1, light is affected by satellites. Number 2, the universe is constantly expanding. And number 3, matter warps its surrounding space and time. All these 3 are actually correct as per Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity. So let us try to understand general relativity. It predicted many radical things, such as the fact that light is deflected by gravity. It also predicted black holes. It showed that space and time are malleable or flexible and ever expanding. Yes, space and time, they are malleable or they are flexible and they are ever expanding, and which basically predicted that our universe was ever expanding. So the right answer is D. Moving on to the fourth question for today, with reference to the genetically modified mustard, also called as GM mustard, developed in India, consider the following statements. So we know that in India, though it has not yet been used commercially on a commercial basis in real fields, but we do have something called as GM mustard or genetically modified mustard. Main objective was to increase the yield of oil, mustard oil mainly, or vegetable oil, because India has to spend a huge amount of its foreign exchange reserves on importing vegetable oil, especially mustard and all, right? So, and why do we need vegetable oil? We need vegetable oil because India has a very huge vegetarian population, and that is why we require a huge amount of vegetable oil, which we cannot produce on our own. So we have to import most of it. And looking at this scenario, there are some scientists in Mumbai, in Delhi, who decided that Delhi University actually, who decided that there has to be some amount of modified or genetically modified mustard which can be created, and whereby the yield can be increased that way. Okay, so let us see one by one. Number one, first statement with regards to GM mustard is that GM mustard has the genes of a soil bacterium that gives the plant the property of pest resistance to a wide variety of pests. This is the first statement. In GM mustard, it has the gene of a soil bacterium, and that gives the plant the property of pest resistance to a wide variety of pests. Second statement is GM mustard has the genes that allow the plant cross-pollination and hybridization. Cross-pollination and hybridization is possible in case of GM mustard. Third, GM mustard has been developed jointly by the IARI and Punjab Agricultural University. So GM mustard has been developed jointly by the IARI and Punjab Agricultural University. Let's try to understand this. Okay, the first statement is not correct. And what was the first statement? GM mustard has the genes of a soil bacterium that give the plant the property of pest resistance to a wide variety of pests. So that is not correct. We have been asked to find out which out of these are correct. So first statement is incorrect because according to the developers, the GM mustard, it uses a system of genes from soil bacterium that makes the plant better suited to hybridization than current methods. Okay, so first thing is this. When we talk about GM mustard, it has the genes of a soil bacterium, which gives the plant the property of pest resistance to a wide variety of pests. So that is incorrect because we get to see that according to the developers, the GM mustard uses a system of genes from soil bacterium that makes the plant better and better suited to hybridization than the current methods. Okay. Second statement is GM mustard is the genes that allow the plant cross-pollination and hybridization. So that is also something which we have seen that is correct. Okay, according to the developers, the GM mustard uses a system of genes from soil bacterium which makes the plant better suited to hybridization than the current methods. So that is also correct. The third statement that we have is saying that GM mustard has been developed jointly by the IARI and the Punjab Agricultural University. So that is incorrect because the GM mustard, it has been developed by Delhi University based Center for Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants. So who is heading this Center for Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants? It is under Delhi University, and it is being headed by under the leadership of Deepak Patil or Pental, who is a former Vice Chancellor of the university. So once again, according to the developers, the GM mustard uses a system of genes from soil bacterium that makes the plant better suited to hybridization than the current methods. Also, we get to see that the GM mustard was developed by the Delhi University-based Center for Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants, and this Center for Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants, they came up with this under the leadership of Deepak Pental, who was a former Vice Chancellor of the university. Okay, so far as GM mustard is concerned, number one is correct. Number one is incorrect. Number two, that is correct. So over here we get to see number one is incorrect and number two, that is correct. So this should be the right answer. Okay, now moving on to the last question for today. The last question, it was also asked in UPSC Prelims 2018. And here you have to match the following. You have to see which pair has been correctly matched. And these are on the basis of news context and the topic. Number one, Bell 2 experiment with regards to artificial intelligence. Number two, blockchain technology and digital or cryptocurrency. And third is CRISPR-Cas9, and that is for particle physics. So let us try to understand. Okay, Bell 2 experiment, is it for artificial intelligence? Blockchain technology, is it for digital and cryptocurrency? And C is CRISPR-Cas9, is it dealing with particle physics? So over here, if we see this answer should be B, that is, see over here, if I talk about CRISPR-Cas9 and it is related to particle physics, so that is incorrect, and you can easily okay, so CRISPR-Cas9 that is related to particle physics, that is incorrect. And so what you can do is that you can easily eliminate. This option 3, and what you are left with is option 2. And if you look at option 2, then you have blockchain technology and digital or cryptocurrency. Okay, so B is the right answer. And if you look at the explanation for this, The Bell 2 experiment is a particle physics experiment designed to study the properties of beta mesons or B mesons, which are heavy particles containing a bottom quark. This Bell 2 is the successor to the Bell experiment, and it is currently being commissioned at the Super KEKB accelerator complex at KEK in Japan, basically. So we are not going into that depth, but what is the Bell 2 experiment? It is a particle physics experiment. Okay? And the main objective is has been designed to study the properties of B mesons, which are heavy particles containing a bottom quark. And again, don't have to go into the exact details where this entire thing is being undertaken. Next is when we talk about blockchain technology, it can be integrated into multiple areas we can understand. The primary use of blockchain today is a distributed ledger for cryptocurrency. So it is acting like it is used for creating this distributed ledger system. And most notably, we get to see this particular thing is used in Bitcoins. Also, we get to see while a few central banks in countries and regions such as India, China, Hong Kong, United States, Sweden, Singapore, South Africa, as well as United Kingdom, they are studying the issuance of a central bank issued cryptocurrency. So right now it is not yet started as such, but then we get to see this cryptocurrency is being studied by various countries. And how do you maintain this cryptocurrency? It is by maintaining something called the distributed ledger system, and that works on the basis of the blockchain system. So CRISPR-Cas9, on the other hand, is a genome editing tool. CRISPR-Cas9 is a genome editing tool. It is short for clustered regularly interspersed short palindromic repeats and CRISPR associated protein 9. So CRISPR-Cas9, it is the short form of the abbreviation for clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats and CRISPR associated proteins. That is what is CRISPR-Cas9. So CRISPR-Cas9 is with regards to genome editing tool. Okay. Next, if we talk about blockchains, so over here you can see the question. CRISPR-Cas9 is with regards to here we get to see CRISPR-Cas9. It is a genome editing tool. Okay. Similarly, if you look at Bell 2 experiment, that is for particle physics. If you look at blockchain technology, that is for cryptocurrency. So only B is correct over here. So I believe this ends our discussion session for today. We have discussed all the 5 questions for today, and I hope you have liked this video. Please let us know in the comment section. Also, please like and subscribe to Aptitude Academy for YouTube, Aptitude Academy for Civil Services, their YouTube channel, for more such informative videos. Also, please share this video with your friends who are also preparing for UPSC. We'll meet again with another set of 5 questions. Till then, take care and stay safe. Thank you.